Shalom, shalom. Peace, Israel. It's your brother Yaquab from the Camp Props of Babylon Camp down here in Tampa, Florida. I'd like to give our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem B'cha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do indeed teach you well. And peace and citations to the overless God scattered abroad. Salaki, excuse me. In today's lesson, man, Salaki, I'm doing it in transit as well. If it's a little noisy, but I'm going to try to speak up. But today's lesson, humbly and truthfully, man, I just want to go into, being humble, man. Being on that low character is a state for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, meaning, being humble, being sincere, taking the low route, man. Because the Lord is dealing with the humble, the lowly, the meek, all right? And if you want to grow through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, how the Lord deal with you more, man, you got to be humble, okay? And that means accepting, when you're wrong, accepting everything that comes with dealing with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, ultimately so you can be better through the spirit, accepting correction, anything that may come, I want to jump in the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, but he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, Yahweh resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. So the Lord gives grace unto the humble. And ultimately the prophets, the men of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, they're humble. Okay, I was just watching the elder brother video, and brothers is going into that, man. It doesn't matter your rank, it doesn't matter, your position in this thing. You're not gonna see elder brothers, coming to younger brothers, and flexing their position. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not a thing of flexing, whether of sincerity for your salvation. All right, this is a thing of being contrite, with a broken heart towards Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, so the Lord can heal you, man. The Lord can fix you. That's all brothers want. It says Yahweh resisted the proud. So if you're being proud, prideful, as example, brothers that can't take correction, or that gotta buck up against their elders, the ones above them, the Lord ain't dealing with men like that. All right. And if you're a sincere brother, you're gonna be humble. You're gonna accept what you have to accept, no matter what that may be, whatever that may be. And you can continue that faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, because that's the ultimate gift right there too, as well, from the Lord, man. That sincerity to continue, that sincerity and continuation, man. All right, because the Lord, at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is all we got. It's you and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay. It says, but giveth grace unto the humble. All right, now I want to grab. It's gonna be a few words I want to grab. It's a few words I want to grab. Hey, look, I want to grab the word grace in the etymology line. It says Yahweh's unmerited favor, love, or help. It says pardon, divine grace, mercy, favor, thanks, virtue. It says pleasing quality, goodwill, gratitude. Okay, so the Lord, all right, the Lord has favor or love or help unto the humble, man. Okay, so for those who are seeking a stronger relationship with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, seeking more mercy, more grace, man, you got to be humble. As I speak to you brothers, I speak to myself. We take everything that comes with this truth, man, everything that comes with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, that's why we're under this grace period as well. This grace period is really a period of love for the elect to get to where the Lord needs them to be. This is a grace period of the Lord building up his elect so they can be the next rulers to come and rule how he wants them to rule, which ultimately we know, the elect are going to be where the Lord wants them to be. But this is that time period now, man. We're taking that action. Okay, how about we be those men? We have to take that action and take that step forward, And that's another thing I've been learning as well, that I would like to, and I've been doing it myself, but let the younger brothers know as well, man. Listen, you can ask the Lord for something, but put in that effort and that action behind it, man. You got to meet the Lord halfway. You can pray for patience, pray for all different types of things all day, but if you don't, get up and get out there and put yourself in that situation so the Lord can bestow upon you that blessing that you asking for, man, you're never going to receive it. You got to meet the Lord halfway to receive the blessings, man. In Psalm chapter 25 and verse 29, it says, the meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way. The meek will the Lord guide in judgment, and meek will he teach his way. The scripture also say the meek shall inherit the earth. All right, the meek, the humble, the lowly, man. All right, that's all of the elect The whole 144,000, they're all meek. They're all humble. And they're all lowly. Okay? Lowly meaning, not prideful. All right? They're humble because the Lord is dealing with them, man. When the Lord is dealing with you, that's not something to be, yeah, man, the Lord dealing with me. I can curse you right now. Yeah. The Lord on my side. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. And men that's acting like that, they're not going to get that power. So I can bring it back. It says the meek will he guide in judgment. Hey, the Lord is going to guide the elect through this judgment that's coming upon this place, man. All right, through Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, that great time period, man. All right, the Lord is going to be guiding the meek and the humble. He's going to be guiding his men. The Lord ain't guiding no prideful nigga, man. The Lord ain't guiding nobody prideful. The scripture said pride go up before destruction. Anyone prideful in that time, you're going to get destroyed. Okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to get destroyed. If it's not by the famine, it's going to be by the sword. If it's not by the sword, it's going to be by the nukes, man. Some pestilence is going to get you. No one prideful is going to be standing in that day. And especially you Edomites too as well, man. It says, and the meek will he teach his way. The Lord is dealing with the meek. All right? You see our head elders and apostles, great millstone, and above it, equal Abba Biffins, man, which is Elijah. Like, they're all humble men at the end of the day. Even our head elders and apostles, great millstone now, they're humble men at the end of the day. I just watched Elder Apostle Hart video the other day. He literally just said, he was like, you're not really worried about nobody else's salvation, as he's trying to secure his salvation himself. And that right there is very humble. That just goes to show you that is a very meek spirit to have, man, to be doing this truth for 30 plus years and to still have that mindset of, man, well, I'm trying to make it too. The Lord is dealing with Elder Apostle Hart, man. The Lord is dealing with brothers in that like-minded spirit, man. And that's the spirit we all should be in, man. It don't matter how long we have to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you still got to be in that spirit of, man, I want to make it. Okay? I want to make it. Let me grab this. James chapter 4 and verse 10 says, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and he shall lift you up. You got to humble yourself before the Lord. All right? You got to humble yourself before the Lord. And that's going before even when you're amongst the brothers too as well, man. All right? Because where 2 or 3 are gathered in the midst, gathered in my name, I am in the midst thereof. The Lord is always in the midst when you're around the body. You're around the elders, man. When you're around, brothers, man. Okay, you got to humble yourself in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says he shall lift you up. In due time, hey, brother's going to get exalted, man. All right? We go into that all the time. Hey, just play your role. All right? But playing your role and doing what you have to do for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're going to get lifted up, man, and you're going to get exalted. The Lord is going to do it on his time. All right? You can't rush the process, man. All right? You can't go to the director of a movie and say, hurry up and cut to the middle part. I want to get my lines in, man. No, you wait your turn. And you humbly wait your turn, man. It says, oh yeah, I'm going to grab this too. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 18. It says, pride goes before destruction. All right, so pride goes before destruction. You prideful, man. You're going to be destroyed, very soon. We're seeing that now even with America, man, Babylon. And this is a very prideful country. Very prideful nation of people, man. And it says pride go before destruction. So pride comes before destruction. Okay, man, we know America's going to get destroyed very soon. That's just an example. It says, in a haughty spirit before a fall, better is it to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. So it's better to be of a humble spirit with the lowly, which the brothers, the prophets, the elect, the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they're humble. They're lowly men, man. That's how we're supposed to be seen in this world. As I speak to you, brothers, I gotta speak to myself first and foremost. We can't be trying to be, pretty boys out here, trying to, look good for the world, man. That's not being humble. That's not being lowly. That's just the truth. That's not being humble. That's not being lowly, man. It says, better is it to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. All right. I'd rather be with the lowly brothers, man, be around the brothers that's going to be humble than to be around prideful men. Because those prideful men, they're going to fall sooner or later. Especially like these other camps, man. There are a lot of those guys in those other camps, they're very prideful. All right, and they're going to fall. The Lord's going to expose them soon. All right, I'm going to grab this. we all have to understand this too as well. In Romans chapter 3 and verse 23, for it says, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of Yahweh. Man, we all have sinned, man. The scriptures say our righteousness are as filthy rags. You know, so you can try to be the utmost righteous, you know, do everything you can, but your righteousness is still going to be as a filthy rags as long as we're in these chains of darkness, man, these fleshly bodies, okay? We all came short of the glory for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Really, we all should be dead right now. But through that grace, that love, that mercy that the Lord has bestowed upon us, man, that's how we're still here. And through Yahweh's sacrifice, man. All right, so that just lets you know the more that you have to be humble in this thing, man. You got to be lowly. This truth is not of ourselves, man. All right? This is bigger than you. All right? You're not bigger than the program. Like I said, as I speak to you, brother, I speak to myself. None of us are bigger than the program, man. All right? This is Yahweh's program. And in this truth, in this walk, we've entered into other man's labors, and we have to be humble, man. You have to be respectful. You have to be lowly. Understand your position in this thing, man. You understand this truth. Understand what you're really a part of, but understand what Yahweh is coming back to do, man. All right? You know, so, you know, with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to the spirit. I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do indeed teach it well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful that scattered abroad. Till next time I do say shalom and the Bible ball soon.